Warning: this video contains a revolutionary scientific invention that has never been seen before called an opinion. You have been warned. Hello everyone, welcome back. This is alrav from Quebec, Canada, the author and creator of Alcatraz the Protector / Alcatraz le Protecteur. And for today's first time ever, I'll be ranting about artificial intelligence, or more specifically, generative AI as it is known. It is a very recent subject and a very controversial one in the domain of art and many authors as well. People either seems to really love it or hate it. I'll be making my stance clear on it. But before I do so, I'll be proceeding to make this rant in 2 times. The first half will cover the legal and technical standpoint of the technology, while the second half will be focusing on the ethical and moral guideline. Now, from a legal and technical standpoint, as the author and creator of my own IPs, AI doesn't really affect me all that much, and if it did, I would be the one that would benefit from it, since in theory, I could use the technology to generate every comic books that I want at record-breaking speed and then some. So, the legal and technical standpoint, there's nothing particularly wrong with it, so it will be up to my moral and ethical guidelines to make the decisions on whether I want to use this technology or not. From this standpoint, the idea of ripping off art asset generated through the AI, passing it as your own and attempting to profit from it, whether to make money or simply to win contests, could be seen as a form of plagiarism, or even fraud for that matter. It is very much the same as if you were to use a search engine and use keywords to sample random pictures online and rip them and use them without any regard to whether someone else created it or not. Or another example would be if there were marathon runners that are set to do a marathon and all of a sudden there is someone out there who's showing up in a motorcycle. Would you see someone in a motorcycle show up in a marathon run? Of course not. Don't get me wrong, there is a notion from the legendary artist Pablo Picasso that art is theft, but there is a difference between a good thief and a bad one. In the context of generative AI, a real artist, for instance, could use generative AI as either a starting point to recreate a piece of art generated through the AI, or simply use it as a starting point to create a brand new piece of art. Both of these uses are perfectly acceptable. It is the way artists have operated ever since humanity became a thing. On the other hand, a bad thief, such as a bad artist, would simply rip off the stuff made through the AI in order to profit from it, to usurp contest, or simply to try to profit from it. The key point that I want to make is that artists and creators should not have to be afraid from artificial intelligence. It is just a tool like anything else as part of an artist's canvas and should be treated as such. It can be a great source of fun, and the technology itself has a lot of potential to be used in research and education to help artists own their craft or to assist many other people in many different domains. But just like any other tools out there, it really comes down to the people who are using these tools and the way they are using it that has the potential to be good or bad depending on the users. Which is exactly why there is a case to be made with regards to regulating AI in order to protect users and creators from the bad users out there. Personally, I have used AI tools once in order to try them out, and from what I've experienced, it is very much the same as if you were to use your own human imagination to generate pictures and videos in your head. The AI does it for you in a tangible form, which is amazing by itself, but because the AI doesn't have a sense of taste and likes or inspirations like a human being would do, whenever something comes out from the AI, the result can be very random and unpredictable. Sometimes it can be very pleasantly surprising to see what the AI can come up with through the use of prompt inserted by the users, but other times the result will often be disappointing, especially if you're a creative or imaginative mind such as I. Lastly, the situation with generative AI has got bad enough that there are even artists out there who are putting filters over their work just to mess up the AI's ability to sample them. And it's a shame they have to do that, because technology by itself is harmless, but it really comes down to the users themselves. Allowing generative AI in commercial and professional settings is a mistake in the same vein as allowing students to carry smart devices in school. It's a disaster waiting to happen, which is exactly why there is a case to be made with regards to regulating the usage of AI in both commercial and professional settings. On the bright side, there has been an increasing number of stories in which artists who have been caught ripping off art assets generated through the AI have either been blacklisted from working at companies or have even been booted off conventions, and I believe such practice will become more and more widespread as more incidents happen. So I believe that everything is course correcting for the better, and it is only a matter of time before generative AI becomes what it was supposed to be to begin with, just as another tool as part of an artist's canvas to help stimulate creativity and such. Not as a tool to be exploited and ripping off from, but as a resource to help artists own their craft and improve themselves. And that's it for today's rant, folks. Let me know what you think in the commentary section below. As always, look forward to all the Alcatraz the Protector / Alcatraz the Protector stuff on my Substack. The links are in the description below or on my channel's page. With that being said, thanks for watching, and we'll see one another very soon. Have a good reading.